Well, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Alright, I'm bad. This is my Draw My Life for my quote English project. I'll start out with one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite books. How wonderful is it that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world? A Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank. I actually had to wait 10 hours before I could start changing the world because my mom was birthing me for 10 hours. So as soon as I, popped out, I started changing the world instantly. Actually, I didn't know how to change the world because I couldn't walk. I was going to leave that job up to Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn Jenner. Growing up for me was really hard considering I didn't have any friends and I went to the same kindergarten class 2 years in a row. That's right, I was held back. I guess I couldn't take naps correctly. Basically, to sum up my childhood, I was held back and I was completely and utterly alone. Which leads me to my next quote. Loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty by an anonymous person. This quote means a lot to me because I know exactly how it feels. And terrible. But shh. My parents were divorced when I was around 5 years old, and no one could have put this better than Jennifer Aniston. My parents' divorce left me with lots of sadness and pain, and acting, and especially humor, was my way of dealing with all that. Humor actually got me through a lot. Anyways, let's get on with my crappy life. My mom married a new man we'll call George, and he was an abusive alcoholic, but we didn't know that until later on in their marriage. Well, the arguments would get louder, and George was sent to multiple rehabs and multiple hospitals, and they said that he was going to die if he kept drinking. Wine hath drowned more men than the sea. Thomas Fuller. I can totally testify to this because he was completely engulfed by alcohol. He chose it over his wife, which ultimately ended him up dying on February 29th, 2016. Through all this, I had no one. I was all alone. I thought I was a mistake. I thought I had no purpose. 6 years in hell can really make someone depressed, and I know this. Which leads me to my next quote. There are wounds that never show on the body that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. Laurel K. Hamilton. Basically, I was nothing. I had no one. I had no friends. I had no family. I didn't have anything at school. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't even have myself. Then I met someone who could help me, but no, it wasn't Jesus. It was just an actual friend who offered a hand. I was overjoyed to have a real friend who would talk to me and who cared about me. This person was a metaphorical light at the end of the tunnel. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. Desmond Tutu. This quote has been my life for the past 2 years. I had hope. I had light. I had someone who cared about me. I had purpose. I knew that I could help this person just as much as they could help me. I was overjoyed that I could change someone's world. Anyways, that was my Draw My Life. I hope you learned a little bit about me in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.